Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is John O. Norvellis.
Good morning. This is Debbie Lewis.
Hey, for which case are you here, Lewis?
This is for the Capitol View Market.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Is the
My
court
name is-
report? I'm sorry, just a second. Is the court reporter present? Okay, fine. These are just preliminary questions before we get started. Mr. Liu, for which case are you here, Mr. Liu?
You ask me?
Mr. Liu, Liu, John Liu?
For Alice Bar?
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem.
My name is Fikramariam Mangesha.
Yes, thank you. I'm aware that you're here for Capitol View Market. Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you. And Ms. Harris, for which case are you here?
For Alice Bar.
Thank you. You're the protestant?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, this is Bernard Dietz. I'm here for Capitol View Market, the licensee.
Thank you, Mr. Dietz.
Hi, this is the court reporter. I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gary. Thank you. Okay, then let's get started. My name is Laverne Fletcher. I'm conducting the roll call hearings today as the board's agent. Thank you for joining ABRA's roll call hearings via the WebEx platform provided by the DC Office of Open Government. I'm calling case number 21PRO00021, excuse me, DC Rabbit Hole. Oh, and please would you mute yourselves until I call your case? Thank you. This is the matter of DC Rabbit Hole LLC, trading as Alice Bar and Lounge, 1357 U Street Northwest, license number ABRA 117897. This is the retailer class CT. New application. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, residential parking, and vehicular and pedestrian safety. With the parties present on behalf of the applicant, identify yourselves, please.
Good morning, Ms. Fletcher. My name is Matthew Menorah from the law firm of Mallory O'Brien and Sandground, and we're ABC licensed counsel for DC Rabbit Hole. And John Liu, one of the owners, is also on the call.
Thank you very much. Mr. Menorah, would you please spell your name for the record?
Sure. The last name is M-I-N-O-R-A.
Thank you. And the first?
Oh, Matthew, M-A-T-T-H-E-W.
And Mr. Liu, would you spell your name for the record, please?
First name is John, J-O-N. Last name is Liu, L-I-U.
Thank you very much. And with the person present on behalf of ANC 1B, identify yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Sable Harris, and I'm here representing ANC 1B.
Thank you very much. ANC 1B does have standing as a protestant. We need to set a couple of dates now. We're going to set a date for mediation, a status hearing, and a protest hearing. I will give you the date for the status and protest hearing first. The day for the status hearing is going to be June 30. June 30 at 10:30 a.m. June 30 at 10:30 a.m. for the status hearing. So if this is not your case, could you please mute yourself, please? I hear some noise in the background. Thank you. The date for the protest hearing is May 11. I'm sorry, August 11. August 11, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. is the day for the protest hearing. We need to set a date for a mediation. I'm going to disappear for one moment. I don't have the correct calendar for mediation, so I'll be right back. Just a second. I'm back. Okay, I've got my calendar now. I'll tell you the next date available for mediation. The next day available for mediation is June 22nd. That's next Tuesday at 9, 10, 11, 1 or 2 in the afternoon, pretty much any time up until 2 actually, on Tuesday, June 22nd. Does that day work for you, Mr. Menor?
I believe so. If we could do either 11 or later on in the day, that would be preferred.
Ms. Harris, what about you? Would 11 work?
Yes, I believe 11 works for me.
So that's Tuesday, June 22nd at 11 for mediation. Okay, any questions at all?
None from our end, Ms. Fletcher.
Thank you. What about you, Ms. Harris? Any questions?
No, thank you.
You'll receive a WebEx invitation to attend the mediation as well, and I'll see you then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your roll call hearing is concluded. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I am now calling case number 21PRO00028. Tommy Liquor LLC, trading as Union Market 2012, 1537 Good Hope Road Southeast. This is license number ABRA 109197. Retailer Class A, this is a license renewal. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Good morning, Ms. Cratcher. This is Kevin Lee, Kevinlee. I'm attorney for Union Liquor 2012.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Is the applicant present?
No, he is not, so I'm
Okay.
the one. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Is anyone present on behalf of ANC 8A?
Sorry, I was talking, didn't realize I was on mute. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Ms. Fletcher. Hi, Ms.
Hi, Ms. White. I knew
Nice
you
to
were
see you.
out there somewhere. So, Ms. White, would you please state your name and spell it for the record?
Commissioner Jamila White, Jamila. Last name White.
Thank you. ANC 8A does have standing as a protestant. We need to set a date for a mediation and a status hearing. I'm going to give you the date for the status hearing first. The date for the status hearing is June 30 at 10:30 a.m. That's June 30 at 10:30 a.m.
Okay.
I don't have a date for your protest hearing today, so we're going to go ahead and set a date for mediation. The next available day for mediation is Wednesday, June 23rd. Wednesday, June 23rd, pretty much any time up until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 9, 10, 11, 1, 2, or anything in between.
I prefer 11.
Does that work for you, Ms. White? 11 o'clock on June 23rd?
I have a meeting at 11. I can do after 1 o'clock or before 10 o'clock.
So, Mr. Lee, would you like to do something at 1 or the next day?
How about the 21st available, the Thursday?
The 21st,
Yeah, 24.
the 24th,
Yeah,
the 24th of June, that's a Thursday. Yes, that's available.
okay,
At 11?
yes.
Ms.
How
White,
about
would
Miss
you,
White?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Mr. Lee?
No, I'm just asking Miss White.
Oh,
Yes, I
so
can.
Ms.
I can do
Um,
11.
you can do 11 on June 24?
Uh-huh.
Mediation is set for Thursday, June 24 at 11. You receive a WebEx invitation to join mediation. Any questions at all?
That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. White, for attending. Mr. Lee, do you have another case this morning?
Yes, holiday liquor.
Okay, thank you. The roll call hearing in the matter of Union Liquor 2012 is concluded.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm now calling case number 21PRO00025, Holiday Family Liquor, Inc., trading as Holiday Liquors, 3505 Wheeler Road Southeast, license number ABRA 091095. This is a retailer class A, license renewal. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet and real property values. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. With the representative on behalf of Holiday Liquors, please state your name and spell it for the record, please.
Good morning, Ms. Pritchard. This is Kevin Lee, K-A-V-I-N-L-E, representing Holiday Liquors.
Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Thank you.
And present on behalf of ANCHC. Is anyone present on behalf of ANC?
Yes,
Oh.
Commissioner Salim Adolfo.
Good morning, Mr. Adolfo. Would you please state your name again and spell it for the record?
Yes, ma'am. Salim, S-A-L-I-M. Last name Adolfo, A-D-O-F-O.
Thank you very much. Is anyone present on behalf of a group of 5 individuals?
Yes, this is Chris Conrad.
Oh, hi, Mr. Conrad. Would you please state your name again and spell it for the record?
Yes, absolutely. My full name is Christopher Conrad, CHRISTOPHERCONRAD.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad. And are there any other individuals from your group present today?
No, I represent all 5.
Okay, thank you. That's fine.
No, I don't need that. I asked if you're still on the call.
Would someone please mute the microphone? Thank you. Mr. Conrad, so what happens today is your group is granted conditional standing. The board needs to see at least 5 individuals, which means that 4 individuals that are not present today will need to appear at the upcoming status hearing.
Okay.
But for the purpose of the roll call hearing today, your group is granted conditional standing. Once the board sees the other 4 individuals, the board will grant you full standing.
Okay, we have a few individuals that are elderly and may struggle somewhat with the information technology requirements of making an appearance. Can they designate an agent, or is there any possibility to have them substituted out for their sons or daughters that live with them?
So if they have sons or daughters, do you know if they would be able to connect them to the status hearing?
You know, I'm not sure off the top of my head. I would expect so. I just want to make sure before I commit them to being able to make an appearance on WebEx.
Well, if they,
I'm sorry, Ms. Fletcher.
if they can if their kids or grandkids can help them, that would be good. If they can't, because they're elderly, for whatever reason, you may inform the ABC board
Okay.
in writing as to
Sure.
the reason that they could not appear.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay?
I understand completely. We'll endeavor to make sure that everybody that can make an appearance will make an appearance, and
Okay.
otherwise we'll be in touch. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Conrad, your group of 5 is granted conditional standing. ANC HC is granted standing. I'm going to give you a date for your status hearing and protest hearing, and then we'll set a date for mediation. The day for the status hearing is June 30, 2021 at 10:30 a.m. The protest hearing is set for August 18, 2021.
August?
This is just for, yes,
Oh, protest hearing already set up for that? Okay.
yes, that is, and Mr. Lee, you're asking that because that was the date for your previous hearing? And that's exactly right. And the date for this hearing is also June 30 at 10:30 a.m. Ideally, some of these matters will be resolved before then. But if we need to change the date, we will. But you're referring to the status hearing, right?
Yes, June 30th. Status
Yeah,
hearing.
the status hearing is the same. I thought you were referring to the protest hearing. No, the status hearing is also on June 30 at 10:30. They're all at the same time. We need to set a date for mediation. Mr. Lee,
Yes.
you have a mediation on the 24th.
Yes, correct.
Would you like to try and do the second one on the same day or a different day?
Different day was preferred, but same day in the afternoon will be okay.
Would you want to do the 24th at 2 o'clock?
Yes. 1 or 2, it's okay.
Well, then let's make it 2 o'clock. Mr. Conrad, would you be available on June 24 at 2 o'clock?
Give me your indulgence for just 1 minute. I want to check my calendar. Yes, that should be fine. June 24th at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
All right, ma'am. Yep, that should be fine.
Mr. Dolfo, what about you?
Yes, ma'am. I do have a question.
Yes.
Just for clarification. If Mr. Conrad's group of 5 is granted a status, are we all expected to mediate together and to come to the resolution together? Is that the expectation of ABRA?
Well, you will attend mediation at the same time, but you don't have to sign the same settlement agreement, if that's what you mean.
Yes, thank you.
Ms. Fletcher, I'm sorry, just one quick follow-up question. How would there be disparate settlement agreements among a single group of 5?
So let me go back for 1 second, Mr. Conrad. There's something that I need you to know as the representative for your group.
Yes, ma'am.
In cases where the ANC has filed a protest and enters into a settlement agreement with an applicant, the ABC board dismisses the group of 5.
Sure, understood.
But in terms of the settlement agreement, ideally there's one, but there can be, well, if the ANC enters into a settlement agreement, the board would dismiss the group of 5. And so,
oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. And so, in effect, we are really waiting to see if the ANC enters into a settlement agreement. If the ANC does not enter into a settlement agreement, then the group of 5 remains.
I see. And so, Mr. Adolfo and I will both be attending the same mediation, and it's just a matter of
Yes.
whether we both are aligned in terms of settlement.
That's exactly right.
Okay, all right, sounds great. Thank you very much, Ms. Fletcher.
Ms.
You're
Fletcher,
very
just
welcome.
a moment of a point of clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Does any settlement agreement dismiss the others group protest? Or is it
Only
just
if it's
ANC?
only if the ANC enters into a settlement agreement.
Okay, so if Mr.
Only.
Conrad's group of 5 enters into a settlement agreement, the ANC can still go to a protest hearing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Uh-huh. But it's only if the ANC enters into a settlement agreement, the board dismisses any group of individuals.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ms. Fletcher, your indulgence, one last question. What time is the protest hearing for August 18th set? I must have missed that when you said it.
Mr. Conrad, the date for the protest hearing is actually 3:30. I'm not sure that I said it, but it's August 18 at 3:30 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Are there any other questions at all?
No questions.
Mr. Lee,
Yes, I don't have any question for it.
will your client need a interpreter for the mediation?
Probably he will attend with his daughter. I think his daughter. I will ask them. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know by email.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Ms. Laverne, one additional question, Ms. Fletcher. The requirement
Mr.
that
Conrad,
all.
Mr. Conrad, I'm just identifying you for the court reporter. Go ahead, Mr.
Oh, sure.
Conrad. Uh-huh.
Sure. Thank you. Yes, this is Mr. Conrad. Your point about all members of the group of 5 making an appearance, does that just apply to the upcoming status conference, or will it continue through mediation and through the protest hearing as well?
Well, it's fine if only you appear for the mediation.
I see. Okay.
In terms of the protest hearing, it's up to you. If the required amount of individuals appear for the status hearing, then the board will grant full standing to the group of 5. At the protest hearing, it's up to you who attends. Any witnesses you have, it's up to you at that stage.
Understood completely. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have to carry the 5 throughout all the proceedings.
Not at all. For the protest hearing, you decide who your witnesses are going to be.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Anything else? Okay, well, thank you for coming. And the roll call hearing for Holiday Liquors is now concluded.
Thank you very much. Have a good
You're
day.
very welcome. You too. Thank you. I am now calling case number 21PRO00029, 18th and D Liquors, Inc., trading as Master Liquors, 1806 D Street Northeast, license number ABRA 074594. This is a retailer Class A license renewal. The protest issues are adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet, real property values, residential parking, and vehicular and pedestrian safety. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. With the applicant's representative, please identify yourself.
Johnny Briley, JohnnieBriley.
Thank you, Mr. Briley.
And JC Briley, JASEYBRILEY. We're brothers.
Oh, there are 2 Mr. Brileys on the line?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and who's the other one?
JC, JASEYBRILEY.
Okay, thank you very much. And present on behalf of ANC 6A is Mr. Alberti. Mr. Alberti, you may be muted.
You are correct. My apologies. I'm representing ANC 6A. I'm a committee chair designated to represent ANC 6A. Also, I believe attending is Commissioner Alcorn. But my name is Nick, N-I-C-K, Alberti, A-L-B-E-R-T-I.
Mr. Alcorn, are you there?
Ms. Fletcher, I am. It's Brian Alcorn. I'm Commissioner
Yes.
for 6A08.
And would you spell your name for the record, please?
Sure. First name B-R-I-A-N, last name A-L-C-O-R-N.
Thank you very much. And present on behalf of a group of 15, Mr. Preston, is that you?
Yes, that's me, Alex Preston.
Would you please state your name one more time and spell it for the record, please?
First name is A-L-I-X. Last name is Preston, P-R-E-S-T-O-N.
Mr. Preston, are there any other individuals from your group present today?
I don't believe so.
That's fine. Just wanted to check if they can introduce themselves if they were present. You're present, that's what's important. What that means is that at the upcoming status hearing, at least 4 individuals who are not present today will need to appear in person for the status hearing. But today, your group will be granted conditional standing. Once 4 additional people appear for the upcoming status hearing, then your group will be granted full standing. Any questions about that?
No, I don't have any. Thank you.
I'm going to, ANC 6A has standing, and Mr. Preston, your group of 15 is granted conditional standing today. I'm going to give you the day for the upcoming status hearing. The status hearing is set for June 30, 2021 at 10:30 a.m. That's for the status hearing, June 30 at 10:30. I don't have a date for your protest hearing today, but we can go ahead and set a date for mediation. The next day available for mediation is Wednesday, June 23rd, morning or afternoon, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 1, 2, anytime in between for mediation. On the 23rd, pretty much anytime this is good for you, it's going to be good on this end.
This is Alex. 1 second. I believe anytime in the afternoon should be okay.
Anytime in the afternoon? What about?
Before we start, this is J.C. Briley.
Yes.
That afternoon's not going to work for us.
Okay.
First or 22nd?
We can do, let's see, 1 second. So, Mr. Briley's, do you prefer the afternoon?
I prefer the morning. But I prefer the morning either of the 21st or the 22nd, if possible.
Okay. So, Mr. Alberti, Mr. Alcorn, Mr. Prixton, do you have a preference for morning or afternoon?
What day are we talking about? The 21st?
We can
or the
do, if
22nd?
we're gonna do the morning, it would have to be the 23rd or the 25th of next week. But we also have the, well, those are the only two. Well, the morning also of June 29. Your status hearing is on June 30, but if you wanted to have your
Yeah.
mediation
Yes.
on June 29, you could. But in
Yes.
terms of morning, we could do the 25th in the morning, 23rd in the morning, or we can do the 23rd or 25th in the afternoon.
The 29th.
We could also do the 21st in the afternoon. So the 21st, 23rd, and 25th.
I am not available. This is Mr. Alberti. I am not available in the afternoon on the 21st.
Okay.
Is
So
the
on the,
21st in the morning available?
I'm sorry, who's speaking?
J.C. Briley.
And what was the question, Mr. Briley?
I was trying to go along with Alberti. Is the morning of the 21st, is that available? And does that work for Mr. Alberti?
The 21st in the morning doesn't work because there are hearings in the morning on the 21st.
Okay. Okay. How about the 29th? The 29th works for us. This is J.C. Briley.
It's fine on this end.
That's good. Yeah, Mr. Alberti.
Your status hearing is on the 30th, but it's fine if you have your mediation the day before.
That I am available. I don't know if Commissioner Alcorn is. This is Mr. Alberti speaking.
Alcorn, what about you on the 29th? I mean, that's Tuesday.
Sure, Tuesday, June 29th, I can be available.
So, Mr. Preston, what about you?
Yes, the 29th. I believe any time on the 29th should work. Yeah, any time on the 29th should work for me.
In that case, Mr. Briley, both Mr. Brileys, you have a preference for time of day?
I prefer the morning, but any time that day works, but we prefer the morning.
Well, we can do 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 11 in the morning.
10 o'clock works for us.
10 o'clock works for Mr. Briley. Was that you?
J.C. Briley, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock work. What about for you, Mr. Alberti?
Yes, 10 o'clock works for me on the 29th.
Mr. Alcorn?
10 a.m. works for me that day. Thank you.
Mr. Preston, does 10 o'clock work for you on the 29th?
Yes, it does.
Mediation is set for Master's Liquors for Tuesday, June 29 at 10 o'clock a.m. Any questions at all from anyone?
Yes, this is Alex Preston. I just wanted to check on the date and time of the status hearing. You said that was June 30th at 10:30. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, June 30, 2021 at 10:30. And you'll receive a WebEx invitation to attend the mediation also. Okay, well, if there are no more questions, thank you for coming. I'll see you in mediation, and I will conclude the roll call hearing for Master's Liquors. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am now calling case number 21PRO00030. Speak Remarket, not sure of this pronunciation. Speak Remarket, Inc. Trading is Capital View Market, 4920. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'll get back to you, Mr. Mangasa. I'll get to your spelling. I'll get to the spelling of your name in a moment, but thank you for clarifying the name of the pronunciation of the market. Fikre Market Inc. Trading is Capital View Market, 4920 Central Avenue Northeast, license number ABRA 076250. This is a retailer Class A license renewal. The protest issues an adverse impact on peace, order, and quiet. My name is Laverne Fletcher, conducting the roll call hearing as the board's agent. With the individual representing the applicant, please state your name and spell it for the record, please.
I'm Bernard Dietz, Bernard Dietz.
Thank you, Mr. Dietz. And the applicant is present as well.
Yes.
Would you please state your name and spell it for the record?
Fikramariam Mangesha, Fikremariam, Mangesha, Mengesha.
Present on behalf of the Capitol View Civic Association.
I am present. My name is Debbie Lewis.
Ms. Lewis, would you please spell your name for the record?
Yes, my first name is D as in David, E-A, V as in Victor, I-E, last name Lewis.
Is anyone else present from Capitol View Civic Association? Thank you. Mr. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
For which case are you present today?
This is for Capitol View Market.
You're present for Capitol View?
Yes, as well as Single Member District Commissioner Vince Van. He's also on the line.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Holmes, would you spell your name for the record, please?
Antoine, A-N-T-A-W-A-N, last name Holmes, H-O-L-M-E-S.
And did you say Mr. Van was present?
Yes, I see him right now, Mr. Vince Van.
I saw him a minute ago.
Here he is.
Oh, there he is. Hi, Mr. Van. Please state your name and spell it for the record, please.
Vince Van, V as in Victor, I-N-C-E. Last name Van, V as in Victor, A-N.
Thank you. Ms. Lewis, I have a question for you because you represent a community association.
Yes.
There are certain requirements for the associations. Did you hold a meeting regarding the protest of the establishment? Did you hold a meeting related to the protest, related to filing the protest?
Yes, we have had a meeting.
And did you invite the applicant to the meeting?
Yes, we did.
Did you provide the applicant with at least a 7-day notice of the meeting, or how did you notify them of the meeting?
We send out email notifications of our meetings, and I'm pretty sure that those invitations go out a week in advance.
Thank you. Mr. Megasaw or Mr. Dietz, did you receive a notice of the meeting?
Can you say it again, please?
Did you receive a copy of the notice of the meeting held by the Capitol View Civic Association? Were you aware that they held the meeting relating to protesting your application?
No, I didn't receive any notice or invitation. Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Dietz?
No,
But Ms. Lewis, you're saying that you all did send out an email notification at least a week ahead of the meeting?
Yes, we did, but I don't have that information available. Our secretary would be the one that would have the dates.
Okay,
May I,
all right.
Ms. Fletcher?
Yes. Mr. Van, is that you speaking?
Yes, this is Vince Van.
Okay.
Commissioner Van. I personally text Mr. Fikri about the meeting 7 days prior. Also, I had him on my small member district meeting. That meeting is also recorded. So he's on the meeting where I was informing him about the Capitol View meeting.
And that 7-day notification is not a requirement for ANC 7C, but you're saying, Mr. Van, that you informed the applicant regarding the Capitol View meeting?
Yes, I had Mandela. I'm not sure if he's on. I believe he's the secretary for the Civic Association. He was on that Capitol View. He was on that Capitol. He was on the meeting with me representing Capitol View. He was the one that actually informed Mr. Fikri of that next meeting.
So are you? Mr. Van, are you also a part of the Capitol View Civic Association?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the applicant receive any communication from the ANC regarding a meeting of the Capitol View Civic Association?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and just so that I can be clear, Mr. Mingasat, you received notice of the Capitol View Civic Association meeting, but you received it through notification from the ANC?
Yeah, Mr. Antoine sent me a text message about joining a meeting.
Joining
But
which
was no
meeting?
date on it. Sent him a text about this civic association, what they talking about. So I texted him again, what date and what time is meeting. He didn't respond back to me. So I called him the next day. He didn't respond. Maybe the third day, I called him and I told him, you sent me such kind of a text. The text was for that day. He texted it like 30 minutes or 1 hour before the meeting. But on that text, there is no date, there is no time. I sent him another text, tell me the date and time about this meeting. That's what I told him. So I didn't get any response from him. So he came in person and he apologized for that, not clarifying for that. Other than that, I didn't get any other invitation for this Capitol View Civic Association meeting. Thank you. I got the text records. Text is out on the record. I got the text message which I got from Mr. Van.
The text message what I met with him in person. I have the email which I forwarded over to him, as well as I have the video footage of our Zoom meeting in which he was informed of the next Civic Association meeting.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grant conditional standing to the Capitol View Civic Association to allow you an opportunity to provide us with information or evidence that the applicant was informed regarding the Capitol View Civic Association meeting. So conditional standing is granted to Capitol View Civic Association, and you'll have an opportunity to provide that information by the date of the status hearing, which is June 30. The status hearing in this case is going to be on June 30.
Excuse me.
10:30 a.m.
I'm not available on that date. I have a medical procedure scheduled.
Is that
Okay?
Mr. Dietz?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Dietz,
but my client can appear on without me.
okay, thank you. At the time, by the time of the status hearing, the Capitol View Civic Association will need to provide the board with proof that the applicant was informed at least 7 days prior to its meeting. You can present that information at the status hearing, but if that information is not available, then the board may dismiss the Capitol View Civic Association protest. But we'll proceed today.
Now, I do have a question, Ms. Fletcher.
Mr. Van, is that you speaking?
Yes.
Thank you.
This is Vince Van speaking. I do have a question. So that date is June 30th?
Yes.
Okay. And so just confirmation, will we still proceed with the ANC protest? We're
going to proceed with both.
Okay, perfect.
So we're going to proceed with the ANC being granted standing as a protestant, along with the Capitol View Civic Association being granted conditional standing, but we're going to proceed.
Okay.
And by the status hearing,
can I say something?
Speaking,
This is Fikra Mariam Mangesha.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
When Mr. Van came to my store, when we were talking in person, he called the person of the civic association, and he was asking me in front of me, is it for him to participate in the meeting? And the other guy on the other side, he was telling him there is no need for him to participate on their meeting. This is on their full record. I was standing here listening to them. They say the other guy on the other end for the civic association, he told him that I don't need to come into their meeting. Thank you.
You know, we just have to determine if you knew about it and when. Mr. Van, what were you going to say?
Now we're going to say that day was actually about two weeks before the actual Civic Association meeting. And I called, when I was in person, I called Mandela Deskin. I believe he's the secretary for the Civic Association. And during that time, that's when he was saying that he's sending over the information. He's going to send over the email, but also he was informing them that he needs to be on. So for Mr. Fikri to state,
Mr. Van, you said you called who? I'm just clarifying the name for the record. You said you called who?
This was Mandela.
Can you spell that?
MANDLA.
And who is that?
He serves as the secretary for the association.
For the Capitol View Civic Association?
Capitol View, yes.
Okay, thank you. Conditional standing is granted today to the Capitol View Civic Association, and a standing is granted to ANC 7C. You've got the date for the status hearing, which is June 30, 2021 at 10:30 a.m. I'll give you the next available day for mediation. The next available day for mediation is Wednesday, June the 23rd. Wednesday, June 23rd, pretty much any time in the morning or the afternoon up until 2.
June or
What did you say, Mr. Van?
June 23rd or August 23rd?
Oh, June 23rd
Okay.
for the mediation. It's June 23rd. June 23rd, it can either be in the,
Ms. Fletcher, this is Debbie Lewis. I'm not
Yes.
available on the 23rd.
okay, then we can move to the next available day, which is Friday, June 25 is available.
Okay.
Also in the morning or afternoon.
Morning is fine.
What about you, Mr. Dietz? Are you coming to mediation?
Pardon? I'll be able to call in on audio.
Okay, so Mr. Mingesa are you available on the Friday, June 25th?
What time is
Is that
it?
10 o'clock? Is that 10
Okay.
o'clock, Miss Lewis?
Yes, that's fine.
And what about you, Mr. Holmes?
Yes, I'm available. Oh, I'm available on the 25th. What time did we say again?
10 o'clock.
That's fine by me. Thank you.
Mediation in the matter of Capitol View Market is set for Friday, June 25 at 10 o'clock in the morning. You receive
And we'll get-
you'll receive a WebEx invitation to attend.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any questions at all?
What's it? What? Sorry, this is
you.
Mr. Mangesha.
So who's speaking?
My name is Fikramara Mangesha. Can I speak?
Okay. Yes.
What was June 3rd?
What was
Oh,
that?
June 30 at 10:30. You gave me a date at June 30
Oh, that's
at
for the
10:30.
yeah, that's for the status hearing. The status hearing is before the ABC board. At the status hearing, you'll need to report to the ABC board the status of this case.
Okay.
At that point, you will have had mediation. So you will report to the ABC board that you've had mediation and let them know whether or not the matter was resolved in mediation. They just want to know the status, what's going on.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what happens at the status hearing. You're very welcome.
Okay.
Which printer?
Is someone speaking? Ms. Lewis, are you speaking to me?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions at all?
Okay. This hearing is almost over. Okay. No problem. Bye-bye.
Ms. Lewis, are you back?
I'm here, but that was somebody else on the phone, it sounded like.
Oh, that's okay. Just wanted to make sure there are no other questions before the roll call hearing is concluded.
Oh, I'm clear, thank you.
Okay, well, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming. The roll call hearing in this matter is concluded.
Well,
Thank
wait
you.
a minute.
Mr. Dietz, Mr. Dietz, are you speaking?
Wait, yes, I'm speaking. What is the protest date?
Lemon pepper white.
The protest date, excuse me, just one second. Please mute your microphone unless you're speaking. Mr. Dietz, I don't have a date for the protest hearing today.
Let's see.
You'll get that
Okay.
date at another time.
Just had to make sure. Okay,
Thank you for checking.
thank you.
Okay, well, that seems to be everything. Thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you.
See
I'm
you in
sending off.
mediation. Okay, I'm signing off.